Naturally Noelle Show, brought to you by Noelle's Naturals, all natural products that really work. And now, please welcome entrepreneur, wife, homeschooling mom of 4, and founder of the Noelle's Naturals brand of products, your host, Noelle Talley.
Well, hello and welcome to the show today. So my name is Noelle Talley and I am the owner and founder of Noelle's Naturals, and I am your host of the Naturally Noelle Show. I am so excited to be beginning this journey with you, and I just can't wait to see what comes from this podcast and how we can grow together along the way. So just a little bit about me. I am a wife. My husband and I have been married for 12 years, and I am a mom of 4 children. We have 2 boys and 2 girls. Our oldest is 8, and then we have a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And so we are in the thick of it. Our kids are little, and they are crazy, and they are loud, and it's just so much fun getting to hang out with them all the time. So before I had these kids, my husband and I were just married, and we were excited to start a family, and I was facing some infertility issues. So, I was having miscarriages. I ended up having 6 miscarriages before my first son was born. And it was really discouraging. I really just was finding not a lot of help from mainstream medical professionals. So I had been with an OB office, and, the options that they offered me really just were not helpful. And nobody ever asked me anything about my lifestyle or my eating habits, my nutrition. There were never any questions about that. And, I began to just feel a little bit exasperated with the care I was receiving. So I decided to look for some alternative options. So a friend of mine recommended a naturopathic practitioner, and so I began seeing her, and you'll get to meet her on one of our later podcasts. But she began to make some suggestions for me in my life that were a little bit new for me. I thought I was kind of a healthy person, but I think I didn't really truly understand what real holistic health actually meant. So she began to encourage me to remove toxins from my diet. And so a little at a time, I began to kind of just cut things out that were not helpful for me. And within about 6 weeks, I became pregnant with my oldest son, Luke. And then I had 3 more children, and I did not have another miscarriage after that. Now, I'm not saying that if you do all of these things exactly the way I did it, that you will suddenly have no fertility issues. I'm just saying for me, that was a catalyst for me that really changed my life. It had a profound effect on the way that things panned out for me. And so it was serious for me. I realized, wow, this is a huge, huge deal. And it began to permeate really every area of my life. I began to not just look at my diet, but also my skincare products and my personal care products. And after my son was born, as I was breastfeeding, I noticed that my deodorant, was right in that tender skin, right by the breast. And I thought, gosh, that's right by his face while he's nursing. What's in my deodorant? And so I began to make my own deodorants at home. And pretty soon, I posted on Facebook some pictures of different things that I had made, and friends began to ask questions and ask if they could try it. And our flagship product, our Sparkle deodorant, was kind of my first product. And the first day I posted, hey, I'm making a little batch for myself. Would anyone like to try some? And I got 48 orders that first day. And I thought, oh, I might be onto something here. Maybe this is a business. And so pretty soon it moved from me just kind of making small batches of things in my kitchen to becoming kind of a thriving business very quickly. So I was not ever planning to be the CEO of a company. I, was planning to stay home and homeschool my kids, but God had different plans. And so it has been such an exciting ride as we've developed new products and grown. And we now have headquarters in Largo, Florida, and we have a small staff. And, this business has become so much bigger than me. It's changed my life. It's changed the lives of so many of you. I love so much hearing from customers, writing me letters telling me how our products have really just helped them, whether it's, our elderberry syrup has helped keep your family from being sick this season, or our pine needle products have made such a difference in your life, or, even just like our tallow balm I know so many people who have had dry skin or eczema, issues like that, and the tallow balm has just worked wonders for them. And so it's so much more than just products to me. It's helping families, and everything that I make, I use, our family uses. That's how I started this company, is just coming up with products that I thought, hey, we could use this. Maybe I could make it. And pretty soon I found out that there are a lot of people out there who really like the products too. So thank you so much for supporting our company and for helping it to grow to the point that it is, because it really is changing lives. So that's the reason why I'm starting this podcast. So as my company has grown and, as I have learned and researched so many more subjects, this really is a rabbit hole. Once you get into the natural and holistic life, it really does become, it touches so many different areas of your life. And I'm naturally a relentless researcher. And so over the years, I've learned quite a lot about a lot of different subjects, just generally surrounding living a naturally, clean life. And so I feel like I have a lot of information that I want to share with you. And so that's really what I'm hoping to do, is not just talk about the products. In fact, we probably won't talk about the products all that much, but this is so much more than that. I want to teach you, yes, encourage you ways to eliminate toxic products from your life, but also let's do more. Let's talk about ways to eliminate toxic thought patterns and toxic behaviors and toxic words from your speech. For me, it's really just personally, I just want to have a clean mind and body and spirit, and I really hope to empower you to do the same thing. So, I really feel like we should always be learning and asking questions, because that's how we grow, right? And at the end of the day, I'm just a mom who refuses to accept the status quo. I believe there's so much more for us than what is being offered to us in mainstream health and nutrition. And I feel like if you're here, you might agree with that. So hopefully we can learn something together, we can grow together, we can be encouraged together, and we can all leave this podcast better than when we started. So I am so thrilled to have you along for the journey, and I can't wait to get started with you. Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Naturally Noelle Show, empowering you to live a more natural life, one step at a time.